in the Brockton Area Prevention Collaborative. I want to welcome you to the 2024 Annual Overdose Vigil by Candlelight. My name is Amanda Sandoval, and I'm the Director of Communications and Prevention Services for High Point Treatment Center. I want to begin by thanking you all for being here to honor the lives that we have lost to the disease of addiction. We would like to thank all of the prevention team for their tireless efforts on planning tonight's vigil. A special thank you to Massasoit Community College and its incredible team who have partnered to host tonight's event. The Brockton Area Prevention Collaborative is made up of 5 community coalitions who are all represented here tonight. We would like to thank the volunteers who make up Bridging Lives, the Brockton Mayor's Opioid Overdose Prevention Coalition, ED Hope, Rockland Cares, and Whitman Hanson Will. It is because of all of your time, love, and effort that we continue to see positive change in our communities in our region. Thank you to all of the service providers that are here and as a part of that were a part of the resource fair, and thank you for your ongoing support and commitment to the work that we do. We would like to acknowledge the elected officials who are here tonight. Before we begin our program tonight, we'd like to inform you that the bathrooms are located inside the foyer where the resource fair was held. There are t-shirts available for free to anyone who would like one, and on the t-shirt is a card with a QR code. And on the QR code, that will link us to any of the resources locally, as well as the program for tonight's agenda. There are water and tissues available for anyone who needs them as well. And we'll be providing candles to everyone prior to the memorial slideshow. The event will be recorded by Brockton Cable Access, and WMEX 1510 AM will be broadcasting live. Tonight we will have the opportunity to hear stories of loss, hope, and recovery. There will also be healing musical performances by Brittany Savage, as well as a memorial slideshow honoring our loved ones. This event is very special to me, both personally and professionally, and I'm grateful to have the opportunity to be able to continue to do this work in our loved ones' names.
Thanks, Amanda. My name is Hilary Dubois-Farquharson, and I'm the Chief of Communications and Prevention Services for High Point Treatment Center. I'd like to thank you all for joining us this evening, and again to reiterate the sincerest of thanks to both my staff as well as the staff here at Massasoit for accommodating a quick change on a day's notice. I'd like to thank our performer and our speakers and the generosity of spirit that they all brought to this evening's event. Tonight, I want to talk a little bit about grief. Grief and I became intimately acquainted with each other nearly a year and a half ago, and it has felt like the hits have just keep coming since. I spent the last year of my 30s writing eulogies and becoming extremely unexpectedly the matriarch of my family. When you lose the people that you love more than anything in this world, grief hits you like a massive truck. It doesn't matter if you got the opportunity to say goodbye, or if you didn't, and in my case, I experienced both. You're hit with the disbelief of a reality that you could have never before have ever fathomed. For me, at the beginning, I physically felt like I might die myself. That's how overwhelming the grief was. Still, to this day, suddenly and out of nowhere, I become choked by grief when I least expect it. In my experience, we never really talk about how unique grief is for each and every one of us. We as families or as communities can experience collective grief and go through those stages, but the reality is, on a personal level, we go through those steps each and entirely alone. We experience each moment entirely alone. And we experience it alone because it is as unique as our relationship was with that person. It is as unique to where and when and how we found out that our loved one was gone. So in grieving, we walk through the process entirely and completely by ourselves. In dealing with grief, I have learned and accepted that it can break up relationships as much as it can bring people together. It can make one person find God while the other completely loses all faith. It makes food taste like sawdust for one person while another can only find comfort in it. It gives insomnia to one person and prevents another one from getting out of bed. And we're all triggered each individually by different phrases. I'm sorry for your loss. They're in a better place. Each and every one of us experience those words differently. Some of us can't talk about the experience or the person. It's too hard. It's too gut-wrenching. And then some of us can't stop talking about the person that we've lost. Some of us need gallows humor to survive and to get through a day, and others are cut so deeply by words. No one ever experiences our dreams with us. For the first 6 months after my mother's unexpected passing, I woke up each and every morning having to confirm that in fact it was true, that she was gone and that she wasn't coming back. It seemed like I had lost my mother over and over and over again each and every morning. But my biggest takeaway on grief is that we actually don't go through it. To go through it implies that we'll find our way out of it. The reality is that we take it with us. We take them with us. My goal is to come to a place of understanding with grief and to make it be productive. And my hope is that one day I will get there. But by showing up tonight, by submitting your loved one's photo to the slideshow, you are participating in an act of productive grief that is rooted in the love that was, and it perseveres beyond their existence in this world. Your productive grief does engage in real and actionable change. Our gathering tonight is as much about grief as it is about deep, meaningful, and enduring love. Thank you for sharing with us tonight, for participating, and thank you for being here. And with that, I'd like to introduce Plymouth County District Attorney Tim Cruz.